Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin from Rewired Fitness, and today I have what I think is one of the best subjects that I have come across, and the idea is an older idea, but I think it still applies today. And that is why you should keep a fitness journal, just in general, but also if you have ADHD, why it can be beneficial to you. Now, before I do that, and before I get into everything, I'm just going to ask that you do me a quick favor and click the subscribe button, whether you're on YouTube or listen to this on a podcast app. And if you're on YouTube, go and click the notification bell, leave a like, and leave a comment. All right, with all that being said, let's get into why a fitness journal can be important and be one of the best tools you can have right now. Okay, let's talk about fitness journals. And the reason I thought the subject was good is because you may have a calendar, you may have a bullet journal, if you know what that is. If you don't, then there are a lot of videos you can see about bullet journals and lots of different podcasts you can listen to about bullet journals. I think I have a bullet journal podcast as well, an episode that will explain how to make a bullet journal. Anyway, with all that being said, and I know that was a tangent, with all that being said, the cool thing is about a fitness journal is that the way that you're going to use it. And you're probably like, well, I just write stuff down in it, right? Yes, but with ADHD, there are other things you need to think about. And I think about this. A lot of times when you have ADHD, you need to break things down. And so why or how can you use a fitness journal to break things down? Well, if you are using, a calendar or a bullet journal or a planner, that is all inclusive. Everything that you do in your day, everything that you do on a normal basis in your day, you are writing it down in that planner, in that bullet journal, in that calendar. You're writing everything down. You have everything written down, what you do in the morning, when you take lunch, what you do in the evening, when you work out, all these different things, right? It's all inclusive. And so is it fun? I don't know. I don't think, writing things down as to what you do in the day is fun. But it might be overwhelming to write down everything that you do in your day if you have ADHD. Maybe not. Maybe you're like, I got it down to a science, I'm good. And that's great. But if it is overwhelming to you and you're like, I don't want to do all this is a lot of work to write down. Or I don't want to create a bullet journal because that's a lot of work to just create one, not to keep up with everything. But maybe with a bullet journal, you can just write down exactly what you need to kind of shorten the things that you need to write down in it. So that's one solution, but maybe you still think this is overwhelming to me. I don't really want to do this. Well, what I'm proposing is this: break things down. So, and this is what I mean by that. You may want to have a cleaning journal, right? Like you want to learn how to clean, you want to learn how to organize, whatever it is. And so then you have a cleaning journal, and during that week, you write down when you're going to clean, what you're going to clean, what you're going to do, what you're going to accomplish for that week, what is your goal for cleaning for the week. And so what is the point of this? Why would I say cleaning journal when I'm talking about fitness journal? Here's the thing: you're breaking things down to one subject at a time. You want to learn a routine and create consistency and learn how to do things on a regular schedule. And that's what it's all about, right? Having a schedule, being able to be organized, being able to go ahead and have a schedule, being able to get the things on time, being able to get things done. All about having a schedule and a routine. And if you could do this and you have ADHD, it's going to be amazing, right? Like if you're already good at routines and schedules and, things like that, then that's great. But if you're not, and you can somehow create a routine that will help you do that, or have something that will help you do that, then it can be amazing, right? At least I would think so, right? Like if I had trouble with I hate schedules and I can't do this, and I'd be like, I'm not good with schedules, not good with timekeeping, not good with any of that stuff. But then you start really working on it, and then you start creating this schedule, and you're like, okay, I've got the cleaning part down. I clean it this time, this day, all the time. And I clean this thing, all the time. At this point, okay, on Saturday at this time, I'm going to go clean. Or at, Friday at this time, I'm going to do my cleaning for the week. Things like that. So here's how this relates to a fitness journal. You do the same thing. Instead of focusing on the cleaning part of things like I've just, kind of described, you focus on the fitness part of things. And so now you're going to have a journal just for your workouts. just for when you work out, just for, okay, I'm going to work out on these 3 days. I'm going to do my workout at this time. My goal for the week is this. And so if you want to do it, you can also write down like your grocery list, what are the foods you want to eat for the week and things like that. But the point is you are focusing on fitness. You're focusing on one thing at a time. And I think that's important because sometimes you just need to break things down when you have ADHD. You just say, instead of focus on everything at once, I'm going to break it down to one thing. And I'm going to really concentrate on this one thing. Now, that doesn't mean you can't concentrate on also trying to have a good schedule in essence, right? But what I'm suggesting is this. Try to concentrate on one thing so that you can really dive in and concentrate on that thing, right? You are really diving in and concentrating on, this is the skill I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn how to work out and learn how to work out consistently every day or 3 times a week or whatever it is. I'm going to exercise at this time on these days or this time on this day, or I'm going to take an exercise break during the day and do like 10 minutes or whatever it is. Whatever you want to do, you're just going to write it down. Now, the trick also is this. If you're going to exercise multiple times a day, you have to write things down multiple times a day. Or if you're going to exercise 1 time a day, then you only have to write it down once per day. So is it going to make you exercise more to do it in one quick time frame, right? Or are you going to say, hey, I'm going to do it multiple times a day and I'll just split it up in the time and all that kind of things. But now you're writing it down 3 times. And so either way, you're going to start kind of understanding, okay, this is what I need to do to kind of create my schedule, create my routine. And you're going to find eventually that you're going to find an increase in consistency and an increase in working towards your routine. And then eventually you will have a workout routine. And you'll be like, well, how did I get to the point to have a workout routine? Oh, yeah, I had a fitness journal, I had a fitness log, where I logged each and every day, or the days I would want to go work out, I logged that, or I logged my food every day, or, I logged my exercises that I did, or whatever you want to have in your fitness journal. You just want to keep track of the things that are important for you to keep you on track with working out and doing fitness. And that's what's important, because fitness and working out and exercise is really important for ADHD. It's because it increases neurotransmitter production. It helps with working memory, helps with executive function, and you can look these things up, right? What exercise helps with. A lot of times when you have ADHD, it's hard to get motivated to go work out. I think this will help. I think it will help to create the routine that you want so that you can go to the gym, work out in your home gym, go for a run, go do some sort of exercise during the day. Just anything that you want to do that's going to get you up and moving and exercising, right? And so you just write it down. It's all about this logging. Do it for, maybe you start with doing it for 12 weeks, right? Maybe you say, okay, I'm going to do it for a week and my goal is to get to 12 weeks, and you do it for 1 week and then you reward yourself. I did it for a week. Great. You rewarded yourself and then you move on to the next week. And then you move on to the next week. And eventually you'll be at 12 weeks. And then maybe at that 12-week mark, you're like, oh, I'm good. I got a routine. I'm down. I know at this time each and every day I do this. I know what my routine is to do this. I know what my thing is to do this. And maybe you have it down pat. But if you don't, you can just keep working on it. Keep working on it and keep working on it until you reach that point to where you're like, Eureka, I got it. I don't know if people say Eureka anymore. But anyway, the point of it is this. Is that at that point you can understand, you can be like, oh, I got it, I went through and did all this, I wrote everything down, I made sure I did it every day or, at least a few times a week to really get into it. And as I got more into logging things in this little fitness journal or, this fitness journal, big or small, whichever you need, then you understand that's how I got to this place that I can work out every week or every day or 3 times a week or whatever it is. That's how I got in the process of eating better. I wrote down my food. I realized what I needed to do for the week. And then I went grocery shopping. And then as I went throughout the week, I may have written something down on the grocery list, that I needed. Whatever you want to put in your fitness journal, you can put in there. Now, the other thing is you can buy them. There's fitness journals that you can buy, and you just look at them and look at one that fits you. And so it is up to you. But I think it will help in this aspect that when you are looking for something to kind of get you into the routine, when you concentrate on one thing at a time, when you concentrate on learning one thing at a time and breaking things down into chunks, not trunks, into chunks, then it probably is going to be easier for you to learn and be more consistent and work it into your schedule and work it in to becoming a routine. Okay, let's move on to the next thing about why a fitness journal can be helpful for you. Okay, the next part is going to be accountability. And sometimes when you have ADHD, it's hard to be accountable. You may have an issue with accountability. You could have that issue. You could just be like, I'm not really accountable. I do not know how to be accountable for what I do throughout the day or what I do throughout my life. I'm trying to be accountable, but I'm not really doing it well, things like that. So a journal in general will help you be more accountable, but a fitness journal will help you be more accountable to working out. It will help create accountability to you working out, to you eating right, to you exercising each and every day or 3 times a week or 4 times a week or whatever it is, right? It's about helping yourself be accountable, helping you be accountable for your fitness journey, because no one else can do it for you, right? You have to decide that you want to do it. And you have already decided, if you're doing a fitness journal, you've already decided that I want to use this fitness journal to create a fitness routine. I want to be able to look at my goals and say, I've made this goal for the week. Now I have to do this part is up to me. And if I don't reach that goal, or if I do, kind of matters, but doesn't matter. It's about the effort that you put forth towards the goal. And if you reach it, great. That is awesome. I mean, everybody likes to reach goals. I know I do. Everybody likes to reach a goal and accomplish the goal. But don't beat yourself up if you don't accomplish the goal and you're trying to learn. Because that's what this is really about. You're trying to learn when you have ADHD. You're trying to learn how to do a fitness routine. You're trying to learn to be more consistent with working out and eating right and things of that nature. And that's why I say this is a great tool for that. Because once you have decided that you want to do this, and once you are trying to do it, you just haven't found that way, and you're just like, I don't know why I can't do it. I want to work out. I want to be in shape. I want to eat better, all these different things, but I'm not sure how to do that. And so, yes, you can hire a trainer. They're going to keep you accountable, of course, because that's what their job is. Or, and I won't say that you shouldn't hire a trainer, because that is part of it too. If you need a trainer, that's great. Now, but this is something that you can do without even having a trainer, right? You start to go ahead and do a fitness journal, and you say, I'm going to exercise this many times a week. Whether you do a run, a walk, whatever it is, right? Maybe you do work out in the gym. But you say to yourself, I'm going to do some sort of exercise. And so as I'm going to do some sort of exercise, I'm going to write down the 3 times a week that I want to exercise. I'm going to write down Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that I'm going to exercise. Now, if you decide you're going to exercise Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, that's fine. But just make sure you get those 3 times a week in. And then you're going to keep doing that each and every week. Keep saying, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe some weeks you do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whatever it is. But as long as you get 3 workouts, then you've hit your goal. And this is just an example. You can break it down, your workouts, however you want to, right? It just depends. Some weeks I work out 4 times a week. Some weeks I work out 5 times a week. Some weeks it's just 1 time. Some weeks, 2 times, whatever it is, right? Part of it, that is you're trying to learn how to get into workout routine. So say your goal is 3 times a week, but when you start out, you realize you can only do 1 time a week. And so you start with 1 time a week. And then eventually you push it up to 2 times a week. And then eventually you push it up to 3 times a week. But the whole time, you're writing it down. You have this journal and you're writing down each time a week that you work out. You're writing down, you say, I want to get to 3 times a week. That's my goal. And then you're writing down each day that you worked out, each day that you did exercise. And then you look back at the week and say, I only worked out 1 time this week that I can remember. But I had time on this day to do that, and I had time on this day to do that. I really didn't do it, but I still did that 1 time. But I really know that I can do that 3 times. So next week, I'm going to make sure that I try to do those 3 times in that week. And then that next week, you decide, hey, I'm going to do 3 times, and you get to 2 times. Well, that's progress. That is progress, and progress is awesome. If you are doing something, you can make progress towards your goal and eventually accomplish that goal. That's amazing. And with this, you're really trying to create a routine and consistency. That is what this is about. Besides the fact that you're working out and trying to help with your fitness journey, all that kind of stuff, with ADHD, I am more worried about consistency and routine. Creating a routine for yourself and the consistency with which you do it. Because you may not want to be in the gym and work out, with weights and all this kind of stuff. Maybe you just want to do high interval intensity training. Maybe you just want to do sprinting. Maybe you just want to do running. Maybe you just want to do, mountain climbing. Not me. I would never, ever, ever, ever do mountain climbing because I'm afraid of heights. But the point of it is you have an exercise that you want to do. You have something you want to do 3 times a week, 4 times a week, whatever, right? You have these different things that you want to do as exercise. You decide on what it is. If you can't do the, three times a week, maybe you just have a little time during each day and you just break it down. Maybe you have 3 10-minute sessions, or maybe you have, 4 5-minute sessions, or whatever it is. Maybe you just go and do something on your lunch break, whatever it is, right? As long as you get to a certain amount of time each and every day. And I would say, at least 30 minutes, throughout the day is good. So you can do one 30-minute session, long session, or, break it down to different numbers of minutes so that you reach 30 minutes in the day. And so, like I said, if you don't have time to do the whole 30 minutes at one time, maybe you just want to do these little 10-minute sessions. Now, if you do 5 sessions, a 5-minute session, you're going to have to do it 6 times. So maybe that will push you to do 10-minute sessions, because the 10-minute sessions are pretty good. And you just have to keep track that before you did the actual exercise, you may have been playing on your phone or something like that. You don't include that time, right? You don't include that time in the 10 minutes. When you're actually exercising, you include that 10-minute time. It's very easy. You can track your time just by looking at a clock, whatever it is, right? So here's the thing. I know that, again, was a tangent. Here's the thing, though. You're going to use the fitness journal to hold yourself accountable for all the exercise you do during the week. So you can look back and see what you did, see what you accomplished, see what goals you did, see what progress you made during the week towards your goal, and then look back and say, I can do better this week, or I accomplished my goal, and that's amazing. Celebrate. But celebrate for anything that you actually do accomplish during the week. If you don't make your goal, still celebrate because you made progress. As long as you did something, you made progress towards your goal. And then then you can also challenge yourself too. You say, last week I did one workout in the week. This week I'm going to do 2. Last week I did this for my exercise. This week I'm going to go a little bit further with this exercise, or I'm going to try something different with this exercise, or I'm going to put some exercise together and make an exercise plan for me for this day, or for the next 3 or 4 days, right? Whatever it is. But you're holding yourself accountable for those things. And so that's important, because now not only are you working towards creating a routine, but you're holding yourself accountable to make sure that you are working towards that routine. You are working towards being consistent. And then it all kind of works together, right? Consistency, accountability, then you are at your routine. And that can be amazing, because now you've actually figured out how you can do fitness, how you can put it into a routine, how you can fit it into your day, and how you can be consistent going forward. And now you have a way to be accountable, and a fitness journal will help you do that, because you are writing it down each and every day, or writing it down each and every week. So you have, 3 days you're going to work out or whatever, you go through and you just write it down. If you didn't do anything that day, you have nothing to write. Again, if you were going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you don't work out on Tuesday, there's nothing to write in the Tuesday block generally. You're just going to write down Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when you work out. And then again, it's going to hold you accountable with your food, because you're going to see what food you ate. You'll write down what food you ate, during the week. And if you miss a day, that's okay. But sometimes you'll be like, okay, on Monday I had this and this. On Tuesday, I had this and this. On Wednesday, I had this and this. And it may seem like a lot, but you're trying to figure out, what did I have during the day? Am I eating good? Oh, I put out this list. Did I eat all this stuff, or did I just miss some of the stuff? What are some of the extra stuff that I ate that I really didn't need? Oh, I went to this restaurant. I got a milkshake. And so that wasn't on the menu, but I had it. I enjoyed it. It was good. You can't tell nobody milkshakes aren't good unless they just can't have them. But milkshakes are good. I like a good milkshake. Anyway, the point is this: you have to write down what you ate. Write down if you want to use the fitness journal for that, and you're really trying to get into trying to eat better, then you need to make sure that you do write down those things. And you did have a place for you to do that. And again, maybe you just have a grocery list and you just say, okay, these are things I'm going to eat for the day, so I'm just going to get them. And I know how to cook them, I know how to prepare them. And maybe you don't know what you need to eat each and every day, but you need to stop this one thing. And so you leave that one thing off your grocery list and don't buy it. You get through the week and you're like, cool, I didn't eat that one thing that I know is completely bad for me. You're like, amazing. And then you're like, okay, what do I do to replace that? Oh, I'm going to use this to replace that thing that I know I didn't need to eat, next week or whatever, the last week. Then you kind of just move things in and then out of your diet. You're going to have that list, and eventually you'll have a good list of foods that you want to eat each and every week. And you'll see each and every week if you've ate that food. And you can hold yourself accountable. You say, oh, on these 3 days, I had these foods and it was great. On these couple of days, I didn't do so great, but that's okay. I had 3 good days of eating. And you can hold yourself accountable. You can look at each day that you ate well, each day that you ate bad, but don't feel bad if you, again, don't accomplish your goal. Like you have a goal of eating this certain food or that certain food, or, making sure you did this for the 3 days and you only get to 2 days, and that's okay. You look at your next week and try again. That is one of the great things about having a fitness journal, is you can create accountability for yourself. Now, if you have a person like a buddy that you want to work out with, spouse, whatever, and you decide that you're both going to have fitness journals, then you can keep yourselves accountable, which is even better, because now you have a buddy who's doing the same thing and y'all plan to do workouts together, and then you can both keep yourself accountable, because now you can say, hey buddy, I said that we were going to work out these days a week. You agreed. So it is now 4:00. We need to go. Or, hey, but you said that you wanted a salad this day, and I said I was going to eat salad too. And we said we were both going to eat salads, but we both didn't eat salads. Or you just share recipes, things like that. Anyway, the point is that you're trying to hold yourself accountable. You're not trying to be mean or anything. If you have a buddy, you're just trying to hold yourselves accountable and help each other be more accountable, help each other get into that routine. And of course, they would have to have a fitness log too, so you could both see where you're at. And the last thing about a fitness journal is it helps you create change. And you may not like change. You may say, I don't like change at all. Change is just not for me. I like being in my comfort zone. I like just relaxing. It's not stressful. I have a good time in my comfort zone. I don't need change. But there's going to be some point in some of your life that you're going to say, I'm good in my comfort zone. Something's going to come in and just mess up your comfort zone. You were just happy in your comfort zone, and it's going to come and just mess it up. And you're not going to be comfortable anymore. That's because life requires change. In this case, a fitness journal will help you do that. It will help you change. It will help you to become more consistent with working out. It will help you become more consistent or have a routine with working out or eating right or whatever you want to do, exercise or whatever it is, right? It will help you do that because you are holding yourself accountable. You are going through and writing things down and then looking back and saying, this week I did okay. Or I started, with 1 workout, and now I've moved up to 2. Or I started with 5 minutes of exercise, now I moved up to 10 minutes of exercise. And then at some point you say, oh, I've moved up to 30 minutes of exercise. and you're just going to have those days that you go and exercise. You'll say, hey, I usually exercise on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you've gotten to the habit of exercising Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so you have made a change. And the cool thing is you're going to have a goal and you're going to keep moving towards that goal. You may have a major goal and then you may just have a weekly goal. But if you have a major goal, like a 12-week thing, then you can see going through everything and using the fitness journal for that time how much you did change, how much your body has changed, right? As you work out and eat healthier and exercise more, then you're going to see a change in your body as well. You're going to see a change in working memory. You'll see a change in executive function as you work out and be more consistent with working out. You'll see a change in just your physical appearance as you kind of lose weight or gain muscle, whatever it is. And so all that's going to change. And then you're also going to change in how you are motivated to work out, because now you've created a routine. And then even if you're not the most motivated at the time during that day, you are in the routine that you have established at the end of this. And you'll still say, I don't really feel like working out. I'm going to go work out anyway. I do that sometimes. I'm like, man, I don't feel like working out. I just want to sit here, watch some movies, eat some popcorn, whatever it is, and not even worry about going to the gym. And that's just how it is sometimes. That's how you just like think about it sometimes. You're like, I don't really feel like doing it. But I still go do it because I've established the routine that I'm going to work out, established the routine that I need to work out, established the routine that is good for me. And so I still continue to go and work out even when I don't feel like it. I just go. I'm just like, okay, I go and I get to the gym and I'm like, all right, I feel pretty good now that I'm here. I didn't want to come, but now that I'm here, I drove all this way. I got into the gym, got my gym clothes on, and got into the weight room or whatever it is. Now I feel pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and work out. And so that is how it works. You may not be motivated at the time, but once you have created that change, once you create the routine, the consistency, even if you don't feel like it, sometimes you still will. You still be like, hey, I'm just going to go and work out, even though I don't feel like it at this time. Just not motivated to do it. But if you create a routine, then you may just go, I'll go work out anyway. I'll see how I feel when I get there. And then you see how you feel when you get there. And you're like, I really do want to go ahead and work out or do this exercise or whatever. Run some laps or get on the treadmill, whatever it is, right? I really do want to do that. So now that I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And so that's what it's all about. It's about change. It's really about how you change over the time when you're using a fitness journal and how it helps you develop that routine, helps develop that consistency. And so I think it's a great way to do that, because you may have started with no consistency, no routine at all, but as you keep using the fitness journal, you develop that routine, and that can be amazing when you see how much you have developed it as opposed to where you are now. It can be amazing once you see how you developed it as opposed to where you were a few months ago, a few days ago, a few weeks ago. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you think that a fitness journal can be good for you. I hope this information has been helpful. But if you don't think a fitness journal is good for you, that is okay too. Just the fact that you have watched this video or listened to this podcast and taken it into consideration, it may be something that you can use. And then if you have a success story with using it, that's even better. If it's something you can use to change your life, to get you into a routine, to help with consistency, to make you more accountable when you need to work out, then that is the best thing ever. All right. Hope you enjoyed all this, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.